Hello, everyone. I think we are live. So, hello and welcome for another episode of Overlaps. It's been a while until the last episode. So after August, after the holidays that we didn't have, of course, we are here back on Twitch. So I'm here with obviously two drivers in real and virtual. For the virtual monitor, I can see also Fabrizio. So the first one that I want to present you, as always, is Brandon. Ciao, Brandon.
I don't know who Brendan is. It's Brandon,
Yes,
no?
it's Brandon Lee. It's Brandon Lee, 2 times Formula One Esports champion.
Wow, this is such an ego boost. Thank you so much.
And 23 years old, no, also?
Yeah, I'm getting on a bit. I need a walking stick. That's my birthday present for next year. It's one of those mobility scooters and a walking stick. Then I'm set.
Next to Brandon, there is also David. David Tonizza, 1 time, 1xx. How can I say 1 time? Because he's 2 times. You are 1 time. Okay, one time Formula One Esports champion for Ferrari on 2019 and 20 years old. No?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and new hair also.
Yes.
Okay,
From today.
guys, can you say in the live during maybe the live streaming in the chat if you like maybe the haircut that David had?
It's
Where did
looking.
you go?
Wait. First of all, it's looking weird because my barber every time he doesn't know how to dry the hair. So every time when I come back, I go to shower and put in position. But today I didn't. So that's why it's looking weird.
Oh, he's gone to town on it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're taller from now, no?
Yeah.
I think it's
3
because of.
centimeters taller.
No,
Ah,
no, I think it's because of the position where I'm sitting in.
You've gained 2 inches. That's a dream for most people.
Yeah.
Let's see. The guy that I present you after is Fabrizio. But you know, the guys, that the first name that the first time that I saw Fabrizio for me was Fabrizio Donoso Delgado. Now, last week I saw is another name. Is Fabrizio Esteban Donoso Delgado. Is true? Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, that's my second name. I actually prefer it than
You prefer?
Fabrizio. Yeah, because Fabrizio for me sounds like a little kid. Well, Esteban, yeah, just like a normal name.
But I know you since 2017. It's incredible that I just literally know your second name last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't say it to anyone. I mean, it's on my card. That's why I don't say it.
Do you like
I-
Esteban or Fabrizio more,
Oh.
guys?
I was going to say, I only found out 10 minutes before this live stream started, so this is news to me.
Okay, for you, David.
Well, I wouldn't imagine his face with this name Esteban. And to be honest, it's very weird because to me it's the opposite. Fabrizio sounds like a very old man name.
Yeah,
And
everyone
Esteban,
says
like a normal guy name.
So Fabrizio,
Yeah,
you've gone against the
yeah,
public
right.
vote.
By the way, guys, we have so many topics, and we can start from the Formula One Esport Event 1. I think that we can start from race 1, of course, Bahrain. You raced with Fabrizio?
Yes.
Brandon? Okay, perfect. So the thing that I want to tell you is how was your feeling after the race?
My feeling after the race was pretty good. We executed a strategy that most people didn't execute, where we went from the hard tire to the soft tire. So was able to exploit our good tire saving and tire management. Also, the work on the pit wall and the strategy team behind the scenes was executed perfectly to manage the battery, to manage everything else with the traffic. So, of course, was a bit of a bittersweet moment because we was a bit out of position in qualifying, but we recovered well in the race, and I think maximized the result from where we were starting.
Okay, right. And for you, Fabrizio, first race as a Ferrari driver in the esports?
Well, you know, the goal for me was to get in Q3 in a track that I never achieved to. Even though it's a good track of mine, it was important for me to get into Q3 in the colors of Ferrari, which I managed. I would have liked to start a little bit higher. Obviously, P8 wasn't ideal, but we knew that we had the race pace, as Brendan showed in his race that we were able to overtake many cars due to the way we take care of the tires. And unfortunately, my lap one didn't go as planned, as I had a spin, and pretty much game over from there. Even though I had a slight issue in the pits later on that could cost me the P10, which is quite crazy when you consider I was 5 seconds behind the P19 car lap one. So yeah, I mean it was frustrating race because the pace was really good, but we learned from that, and we will focus on improving everything for event two.
Yes, the pace was mega, Esteban. Then, what about the maybe the difficulties that you, Brandon, saw after the first race, and maybe what can you tell about and what you can do it about it?
Well, I mean, a lot of the difficulties that we analysed behind the scenes will remain behind the scenes, and we're going to be working those difficulties becoming to our strength points. We're going to make our strength points even stronger into the next races. So, to be honest, I don't really want to give away too much on camera because maybe there's other teams watching. So we keep our cards close to our chest and we work harder for the next races.
Okay, about this, Fabrizio, did you expect, you know, a strong field like this one? Is I think every year the Formula One Esports gave us really incredible teams, incredible sim driver. Did you expect that this year will be, I don't know, probably the best?
I think so. I mean, I expected the level to be very high for event one. I think we were surprised, especially in quali, by the level, but that's because we, as a team, were not where we wanted to be. So that's one of the points, obviously, that we talked and we need to improve. Nonetheless, I do think we stepped up from last year. Even every year we say it's gonna be hard to stop this one, but we seem to find the way to do it. So yeah, no, I do think that we have the best grid of the best sim racer drivers, and it's gonna be a difficult one, but that makes it even more enjoyable.
Great, great. I'm really glad to hear this. And maybe you too, guys.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I think, of course, there's some, let's say, people outside of Formula One esports who are exceptionally talented. I don't need to name this on the stream, but probably the people in the know who I'm talking about, the people who they are know who I'm talking about as well. But if those people were to join F1 esports, would be even better, in my opinion. It's a very satisfying feeling, you know, when you go out of the grid box, especially for Bahrain. The first time you're going out the pits for qualifying, you're sat there. Well, at least I'm sat there, and I'm sat there thinking, wow, this is some of the best drivers on the grid. And ultimately, whether you're qualifying, it's harsh to say last, but it's the truth, it is last, or you're qualifying P1, you have to remember that you're battling some of the best in the world, and respect has to be given to people up and down the grid.
That is not just a video game.
No, it's not
Not at
just
all.
a video game. And I think there's a lot of people on social media, especially, who just say, oh my God, it's just a video game and all this. But I think if they understood and watched the amount of work, what we do, but not just the driver, you know,
Absolutely.
the entire team. And that's not just about a strategy team. That's about the media team and everyone who goes behind the scenes, even the security guard who has to put up with me every day. You know, they see me walking, oh, Brendan again, like always asking for a key. But no, seriously, every person makes a difference. And that's the thing what makes it not just a video game.
Great. Guys, in chat, the viewers, I will remind you, I want to remind you, Ansi, for the first time, that there will be a, no challenge, but technical speaking, about technical talk about one of the 3 races that they did in the event 1 on this simulator that is behind me. So Brandon and David will say something I hope technical, in one lap on board lap in Imola, Bahrain, or Silverstone. So definitely there will be a pool, and you can you can select the track that you want. Race 2. David, first and only race for you in this event one, and Brandon, obviously you run with, no, well, not obviously, but you run with David also for this race. Tell us what was going on Imola.
Well, Imola, I think was one of the well, probably Silverstone was our strongest track, but also Imola we were pretty close. We saw in practice session maybe we missed just half a tenth probably, but as always in the race we were pretty good. So personally in qualifying we did a pretty good lap. We didn't trust that much to stay in the pit lane. I don't remember if both our lap times were good enough.
Q1,
yes,
For
yes.
Q1,
I think they were good enough.
Okay, but from my experience as well in Bahrain, first race of I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
We decided to stay in the pit, and I got out from Q1. So also from that, I decided to go out. And anyway, we would have gone through anyway. But you know, with this very very little gaps, you can never say, okay, I will go easily. So Q1 was actually very good. Q2, personally, I struggled a little bit with the grip because probably maybe because I lacked a bit on practice in Q2, just talking about specifically the Q2 session. So that's why I didn't do a good lap, a good first try, and then in the second one I bottled the first corner and I got also track limit. But you made it through, so the pace was there to.
No, it didn't.
Huh?
I was P12.
No, he didn't. Yes, he didn't.
Wait, wasn't the other way around?
No, in Silverstone he reached the Q3. Yes.
But wait, no.
No, yes, mate,
yes.
So how did we? I was P15, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was Silverstone. Okay. You're right. You're right. Well, anyway, we didn't make it, so probably I don't know. We were struggling a little bit in Q2, maybe with the grip.
Yes.
Some mistakes from my side. But in the race again, we saw that we had a very good pace, a very strong pace.
Until
Yeah, I was going to say, I had a good pace for 4 corners. After 4 corners was not such a good pace.
Well,
but my car was lighter. My car was much lighter, so this was a positive.
And the start was very good till, what was that, turn 4?
Yeah,
turn 3, turn 4?
the Villeneuve chicane, yes.
Yeah, that was my mistake. I own my mistake. I misjudged the braking zone with cars stacking up ahead of me. I think Thomas up ahead made a mistake on the chicane and everyone reacted, and I couldn't see because I was tucked underneath the rear wing of Jarno. Before I knew it, I was screaming that I lost the front wing.
Yes, I remember really well. But you recovered, I think, 3-4 position in the first lap.
Yeah.
Much more than me, I think.
Yeah, because in turn 2, I saw the onboard of Daniele Haddad. So basically, it was in the... going into turn 2, it was in the external line, and unfortunately, I think it was Barry that got pushed a little bit, or he went a little bit wide.
Also, Daniele pushed Daniele, yes.
And Daniele, of course, went in the grass, so there was a little bit of chaos, but I managed to not get any damage from that, and it was crucial because it was some position gains in the very first lap that, of course, later on in the race, it would be more difficult to achieve. But yeah, in my multiverse, in my universe, you're still into Q3.
Okay, I like this multiverse.
I will say to you a statistics. You, David, was the driver that gained more position in that race. So from P15 to P8. So clap for you.
It's a win for me.
Yes. Oh, come on. First 2 races, 2 points for you, points for him, and race 3. Before this, I wanna ask you a question, really easy, because it's really interesting from the viewers. Ciao, Brandon. How is it to come back to Formula 1 esport after a while? I mean.
Yeah, well, I'm getting old. I've got some grey hairs, and
Yes, I can see it.
I can barely blow up the candles on my birthday cake anymore.
I can see here, mate.
Yeah, it's really. Oh, I mean, congrats, that was a good one.
Thank you,
But you
mate.
know what? The passion is still thriving. It's a different passion than before because when you're a young kid really fighting, you're fighting everything. Whereas now I've learned to still be fighting. I think the team can see how much hard work I put in behind the scenes. I basically sleep on the simulator now.
I can
But
confirm.
you can confirm.
Yeah.
We had a very nice night on Sunday. But yeah, I'm in a place that I'm really enjoying driving. I'm really enjoying racing as well. I'm in a place that I have a good relationship with the team. I hope, anyway. I hope I have a good relationship. Do I?
With me?
Well, with the team.
With the team, yes, absolutely.
With you?
Yes, definitely.
There we go. There we go. So I have a good relationship with the team as well. So I'm in a good place. I enjoy driving. So when you enjoy driving and you enjoy pushing yourself to the limit, whatever it is in life, you naturally have a passion to do more of it.
Okay, great answer. I think that he answered really well. And for the race 3, Fabrizio Esteban come back on track with alongside Brandon. Tell us what was your experience in Silverstone. First points for you.
Yeah, first points. I think that was the target from where we were starting with Brandon. When you like, we had this tendency that we have really good starts from all of us. We don't lose position under start. I think that's a strong point, especially in a stacked grid like this. And I know Brendan is very has a very high level of awareness in the first few laps. You know very well how
You
to
can just say
position his car. So
aggressive. You can just say aggressive. It's fine.
well, that as well, but you know, add the trust that I could follow Brandon's line, and ultimately I was gonna gain positions, which we all managed to do. We gained 3 positions from where we started, and even though it was a boring race, because it was the race was pretty much done in the first few laps, then we were stuck behind from the way that the race goes and the way the battery was managed, there was no point for fighting them because we wanted more. At the end, it didn't quite work. We only managed to overtake one. Brendan, I think, managed to overtake the both of them. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Was it like P7, P9? I think it was.
Yeah, in the end, yeah. It was
Yeah.
P7, and Jarno got payback for Imola on the final lap for me.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it was a good race, well executed. I think that's also one of the other positive of the first event is that the calls and the synergy in the team were bang on. There's not a time after the race where we said, "Oh, we could have done this, we could have done that." I don't think we did that, and on the opposite, we were happy about how we handled those races, and uh, on the pit wall, you guys handled the calls, so happy about that.
Happy about that. So we are currently P6 on the championship, constructor championship, and another statistics. I am the master of statistics. Is the first time ever from this team that reached the points with all the 3 drivers.
Wow.
Ooh,
Progress.
Oh my God.
Now let's go get some trophies.
some cookies also.
Cookies, that's a
No,
good
no,
idea.
it's an interesting stat. So honestly, I think from outside, I can see that you are a great experience. You guys really have a great experience in this. You are getting older. That's what,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. And about Silverstone, you did something before the event 1. Do you remember?
I did a lot of things
You
before
wasn't,
event 1.
You
but-
wasn't blind, mate. Someone else wasn't.
Oh, I fulfilled the dreams of a lot of people, and I blindfolded Charles Leclerc.
Yes, you did it on Silverstone.
Yes.
How was it? It was good or not?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't listen to my instructions that much. If I was telling him to go right, he would just crash into a wall. But, what can I do? He's a rookie.
And I remember that he did 4 minutes for 51
Yeah.
inside
58.
58, and he said, "Oh, I did 1 minute 58."
Yeah, I mean, bless him. He's trying hard, and you got to give him credit. 10 out of 10 for effort, 1 out of 10 for execution.
No, it was cool. It was cool to see you. You guys clearly saw how much Fabrizio was a fine boy in that moment.
He almost stole Charles's shirt. Like, that's a fact as well. He probably won't want to admit it himself, but he saw the shirt that Charles left. He was like, "Can I have it?"
You can see the Fabrizio's face in this moment.
It's true because he left and he left his hat and the shirt, and well, the shirt looks cool. I was like, yeah, can I keep it? And the team wasn't very happy about me having the shirt, so they took it back. But no, I was clearly fanboying because I think it's only the second time I see Charles, and the last time I saw it was in the finale of Abu Dhabi 2017. And at that time, I swear to you guys, we were the same height, and now he has almost a full head uh, compared to me. So yeah, I was quite surprised to see him that tall. So yeah,
So did he get taller or did you get shorter?
no, I definitely got taller because from 2017 I also got taller.
Oh yeah. Wow. Well,
I
guess
think
we're
I
all
did,
going
yeah.
up.
Thank you, Fabrizio. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this
Appearance.
appearance. Yes, appearance. And I hope to see you really soon again. Maybe on
Yes.
Discord and train together. I mean, me behind the
Yes.
scene with the driver. Okay. Grazie,
Thank you very much,
Fabrizio.
guys. Enjoy
Much
the rest of the
pleasure.
stream and bye to the chat as well.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. And what
Ciao.
about you guys? I think that we meet you later because
Yeah.
now I need to speak with another Ferrari driver. Yes,
Yeah.
that is ready. Is not ready at the moment. As you can see, there's Leclerc in front of us, and for the Le Mans Virtual Series. So, thank you guys. See you for the simulator.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm gonna go get some pizza and.
Yeah, we have just
I'll catch
5
you in a bit.
minutes.
Mate, 5 minutes for pizza is a good way to spend 5 minutes.
Okay, so let's start to see and to interview a really good guy, Kasper. I think there's only Kasper. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, I can't hear you. By the way, I don't know if.
I have a solution for that. What about now?
Ciao, Kasper. Perfect.
Ciao.
He is Kasper Stoltze, one of the driver or of the sim driver that are currently driving for in the Le Mans Virtual Series. And you did it the first race of the season on Bahrain, no? The 8 hours of Bahrain.
Yeah,
I saw first. How are you?
I'm very good, Amos, and I hope you are as well.
Yeah, it's been I think 2 years since last
Yeah.
last talk also together. No, we ran together in the 24 hours of Le Mans in the Ferrari Museum. It was something really special. We were in different team actually then, but same squad.
Same team, different cars.
Yes. Well, I saw that you started from the 8 hours. We started in P12, if I remember correctly, no? Okay,
Yeah.
P12. Definitely not the qualifying that you all guys hope, but you did. I saw that you did an amazing first stint.
Yeah, I mean, the start was very good. I gained a couple of positions in the beginning, but to be honest, our main focus was just to stay alive, not get any contact, because if you damage the car, it really hinders your performance throughout the rest of the race. So, yeah, a very good first stint. I managed to extend our fuel usage, which actually came to good use in the last part of the race.
Yes. Can you talk to us in a technical way Um, how is we are talking about Air Factor 2 for the viewers, of course. Um, how is complicated to make maybe a setup on Air Factor 2 for the Ferrari? In this case, obviously.
That is actually extremely sophisticated. R-Factor 2 have this dynamic road system where you both have to take humidity, temperature, and track temperature into account. And the grip differs so much throughout a race like Bahrain, which was 8 hours, that started in daylight and with a high temperature, and ended at nighttime without any sun and a lot lower temperature on the track. So you really have to make a setup that sort of goes on compromise with all of the grip levels, and you have one a setup that is consistent and more or less stable throughout the entire race and conditions. But it's really hard to get there, and that's also why we had some problems during qualifying because we didn't really nail the setup for that condition we were qualifying in.
Um, how how much degrees there were on Bahrain? Do you remember?
Sorry, how much?
How many degrees? Sorry, how many degrees there were on
I think
Bahrain?
we started the race with a track temperature of 50, I think, just under 50 degrees, and I think it was 35 or 40 in the air, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
And I think we ended with the track temperature just above 20 degrees.
Hmm.
So that's quite a big difference.
Yeah, for sure. And what about the stint? You did, I think, 31 laps. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think it was 32 actually.
Ah, 32. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure. I think it was 32, but our engineer just told me what to do, what fuel delta to hit. He wanted us to get out of sync with the other cars and want us to go as long as possible in order to have a shorter pit stop in the end. And
So yeah.
yeah,
So you guys finished it in P2, starting from P12. The question that I wanted to I want to say is what changed from quali to race in terms of setup and mentality?
well, going into the qualifying, we actually had a really good feeling about our pace. Christian, who was doing the qualifying, was really fast during practice up to qualifying, and I think when they changed sessions from practice to qualifying, he was fourth in the standings. But then with the new conditions, yeah, we just didn't manage to get the result we wanted. That was a P12, and that
Hmm.
meant that going into the race, our mentality, or yeah, was a bit different. Our approach to the race was a bit different because we knew that going into the race and trying to be extremely aggressive wouldn't really lead to anything because 11 cars is a lot to overtake on track, and you will have to be too aggressive and just burn the tires. So we need to take a bit of a different approach, and that's why our engineer came up with the different strategy where we go as long as possible.
Okay, nice, really nice. I think that I wanna tell you to you guys on the viewers now in this live streaming is that when I approached it in the Air Factor 2 on 2020, it was my second time. First time was in 2016, but in 2020 I did the 24 hours of Le Mans, and I was really happy to join into some conversation with Kasper, with Jordi, which is not here unfortunately, and especially also to Matteo, ciao Matteo, which is the guy behind the scenes also, no, monitoring one of the guy, of course, and. I want to tell you, I want to ask you, can you tell us your story? Because you, for me, you and Jordi, for me, are one of the best sim racer, no, in Air Factor 2, which is a completely different sim racing simulation, no. So, who is Kasper?
Well, as a lot of other guys, I am really passionate about racing, and I was racing karts when I was young. And in my youth, I was a bit, when I started doing karting, I was a bit too aware of what was going on behind me. I was a little bit afraid doing starts and stuff like that. So in the beginning, I actually used sim racing as a training tool for improving my mentality and staying cool and reflective doing a race and not doing something stupid. So yeah, that's why I started with sim racing back in 2004, I think it was. Yeah, I'm old now. I'm 33. So, but that's how it all started.
Oh, okay. But wow, this is an interesting also question that I saw. I- is there any drivers in real life that inspire you to racing?
Yeah, well, when I was young, I was very much into Kimi Raikkonen, and yeah, his driving style and his aggressiveness, and yeah, it was just something that I loved to see, and I really liked him. And when he finally won the World Championship in Formula One with Ferrari, I was super overly happy. And I would say for endurance racing, coming from Denmark, of course, I have to be a little bit of a fan of Tom Christensen, don't I?
Oh,
With
okay.
nine victories at Le Mans. So yeah.
Yeah, I can understand. And what is the? Do you prefer, sorry, the on-site event or online event?
Well, there's a very big difference between the two because when you're doing an online event and racing from home, you
Hmm.
are in your own equipment and everything is as you're used to. And that is probably where I would say you do the best performance yourself. But there's something lacking when sitting alone at home, and that is the atmosphere that you have when you do a LAN event or racing on site. Like when we did the race back into 2020 for the 24 we were all on site at the Museum of Ferrari, and the
Hmm.
atmosphere was just, I mean, oh, that was mega. That was even better than the race, I would say. Way better, actually. So, yeah.
And the final question that I every time ask for anyone is you said that the event that we did was amazing, no? The atmosphere, and how is racing for Ferrari from your side?
Oh, oh, yeah. It's actually in the beginning it was very emotional. I mean, being a person that's very passionate of racing, Ferrari is just one of the greatest and biggest brands ever, and I'm very honored to be a part of Ferrari, to represent Ferrari, and yeah, whatever goes on from here, that is something I will remember for the rest of my life. I'm pretty sure it's yeah, very honorable, and I'm so happy to be honest.
It's great to hear. Really amazing. It's always beautiful to see all the emotions, no, after on this. So thank you very much, Kasper. It was a pleasure to hear you again. I hope to see you here, maybe in Italy, from some
Likewise,
event.
Amos. Always a pleasure. I would love to go there again.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. And
Ciao.
now, ciao, Casper. And now, guys, tell me, write in the chat if you wanna see more Factor 2 stuff, of course, for the Le Mans Virtual Series because it's interesting. Ferrari is everywhere. I mean, almost everywhere in the esports tournament and championship. But now, let's come back on Formula One with the drag with the drive segment with Brandon and David.
The seat?
No, I
I'm honestly, really, wow, confused.
Yeah.
Yes, because
I,
why you didn't?
I purposely waited behind you because I
Yes,
took the seat earlier, so I was going to
nah,
give you the choice. I mean, I have to
that's a
say,
teamwork.
my backside is really appreciating you right now.
That's a teamwork.
It is.
well, you were sitting there before, so no point on
You
stealing the seat.
basically you say that I smell bad and you didn't want to take my seat.
Not actually, but your
In
words.
principle, yeah.
Your words.
Okay.
I have just some question. You can clearly do it and answer speedway, or when you want. You can take time, 5 minutes or 5 seconds. Okay, it's okay. Okay, perfecto, perfect. Did you guys already training for the new event, for the next event?
Yes, we
It's
finished.
incredible. Wow, really?
No, I mean you'll be seeing behind the scenes on the.
You didn't
on the
take
pit wall.
1 week after the event one?
No, I literally slept, woke up, ate lunch, and then started training for the next event. Quite literally. So I mean, look, we're all here within Ferrari. We desire the best of ourselves, and the dedication needs to not only be 100%, 110%. If you want to meet your targets, because for me, one of the ways that I live my life, and if I remember correctly, the quote, I'm trying to remember it so I get it spot on, otherwise people are going to criticize me in the chat. But if you think the price of success is high, wait until you get the bill from regret. And the December 17th is going to be the morning after the championship. December 16th is the final race. I want to wake up on December 17th, and really, of course, we want to be winning races. We want to be at the top. But irrelevant of what happens, if I wake up on December 17th and know that I've given every single ounce of energy that I have to my result and my ability to do myself proud and the team proud, I'm a proud guy. But if I wake up on December 17th and I haven't done every single thing I could have done possible to do myself and the team proud, man, I've got a 20-hour drive back to the UK, and that's going to be a long time of thinking.
It definitely takes 5 minutes to answer.
Yes.
No, it was nice. If you want some aphorism, no, it's good. Okay, contact Brandon in private on
Some what?
Instagram.
Some what?
Aphorism, no?
Aphorism.
Aphorism, no? Aphorisma.
I have no clue.
No, it's
I
not
thought it was
aphorism.
correct.
No?
I don't know.
Okay, tell us on the chat aphorisma in English. And what about you? Yes, sorry. The event 2, you didn't say in which track.
Oh,
So Austria,
Yes.
and I forgot. Austria, Sanford, and Spa, Francorchamps. Yeah.
yes.
And what about you?
Well, I started training so far, literally just on Spa because we didn't say that, but I switched pedals, so there was a little change in the rig, and I'm trying to get used to it. So now I just wanted to stay on one track so that I get used. And I have to say that yesterday I was struggling a lot, but already today, doing some fine tuning in the settings, I'm already feeling more comfortable, and even more comfortable than with the other pedals. So far, pretty good. I think I'm going to start training also in the other tracks because, of course, we cannot just race on one. And but so far, everything right.
Awesome.
So far, so good. And for you, David,
Yeah.
you will be racing in more GP in the next event? Someone asked.
Most likely, yes. So I would say that again for maybe people who didn't know. So in the first event, we decided to stick with this lineup because we wanted to maximize points. So since I didn't manage to catch up the training after the other series, so SRO in GT competitions, we decided together to make you and Fabrizio race 2 races and me just one, because of course I was the one with the less training and of course the most inconsistent. So for the next race, of course, that's in the schedule. I think at least 2 races it's going to be me driving for sure, because now I have more time, so I can catch up a bit more. So yeah, at least 2 races I think it's going to be the lineup.
Okay, and last question. What are the expectations for the next race, for the next event, Brandon?
Well, I think the expectation is, of course, to do our best. We demand the best from ourselves as a team, and we target to be on the podium and winning races. That's what we're here to do. I think what we need to do is, over these next few weeks before the race, is do little steps, find a half a tenth, and really work in a constructive...
Every day, half a 10, we can gain 1 second easily.
Well, I mean, if you can find a half a tenth and find 1 second between then and now, I think you should be driving and not me. Maybe I'm getting a bit too old. But no, I think what we need to do is continue this positive mindset that we're having within the team and do little step. And ultimately, if you think about it and break it down, If you have 10 corners on a track and you're 1/10 behind, that's 0.010 per corner. That's not a lot.
Now
Yeah.
you're doing the stats.
Yeah, I'm doing the stats, but
There
this
you go.
is how I think about it. Is if
You're
you
chasing
see you're what?
You are chasing me.
I'm chasing you. Yeah, I'm here to take your job, mate. But no, like if you see a picture and you see 2/10, wow, 2/10 is a lot. But if you start breaking it down and you think, okay, I can find half a tenth there, I find a quarter of a tenth there. Before you know it, you can arrive.
And David?
Well, I totally agree on what he said because I remember watching some live stream from some developers of Stato Corsa Competizione and was saying literally the same exact thing. He was telling to all the people to not panic if you are like half a second slower because it's literally you literally have the time but you're not thinking right. So if you just think corner by corner, you reduce that gap literally immediately, like you were explaining.
Ah, so I'm a developer of the game.
Yeah.
So guys, that just to tell you, Silverstone won. So you need to
Yeah.
to talk to speak with the Ferrari F1 75 around Silverstone.
My home track. Do we get fish and chips?
Yeah, maybe he can provide you. He can provide.
They don't sell.
They don't sell?
No, yeah.
They don't
At
sell.
least in Maranello, they don't.
No, they actually do. There is a restaurant. I saw
Wow.
it. We went out for team dinner after last year in, I think, I don't know, the second or third event.
Okay.
You know the restaurant that is like near the Gelato?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I
What?
saw that they
The
were doing...
Gelato?
Gelato.
Gelato.
Yeah, ice
no,
cream.
it's gelato now.
Okay, so they were selling fish and chips, but to be honest, I didn't trust enough to take.
Also because that's literally a restaurant where they do burgers. So
Yes.
to take fish and chips, I don't know if it's
It's
reliable or not.
sacrilege, isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay, guys, you can go there.
Okay,
I don't
who's
know
first?
who
I left
who's
you the
first.
seat, so you're the first one.
Oh, I'm the first one. So, how did the menus work on this game again? I can't remember.
Yes, you can help me. I think that you can help me him because he's gonna be in trouble.
Oh, my
mate.
back.
Well, I also don't know the button configurations in the wheel, so we're in the same situation.
Yeah,
So the throttle is on the right and the brake is in the middle.
where is
Brake is on
Okay,
the left.
perfect. As you can
okay.
see. Okay, so
where is okay?
okay, perfect. Just select Silverstone and everything will be alright. I think.
Is it that? Oh,
Okay.
I actually know how to press buttons. This is a good day in my life.
So, mate, before you start, you can just need to press again A. Okay, perfect.
Oh,
We are using obviously the Ferrari, Scuderia Ferrari F175, the one that.
wow! I can see myself driving on the screen. This is brilliant. Wait, can I do the lap like looking over my shoulder to the screen?
I think
Yes, but
like-
do the technical. I
Do
will
the
speak later
technical.
about this.
So,
Yes.
Silverstone, final corner is not really a corner in an F1 car, easily flat out. Turn 1 is the same situation. You open up the corner, flat out through the turn 1. Turn 2, again, isn't really a corner through the crest. Bring the car over to the left-hand side, brake just as the curve is starting on the left-hand side, and try to hit the apex like I didn't do there. I like to hold it in 4th gear, looking for the best apex possible, and then you're going to run wide over these rumble strips, up through the gears, choose the path of least resistance, open up the DRS on the back straight, and then you're coming down to the famous Brooklands corner. Brake around 70 meters on the curb on the right-hand side, down to 4th gear, and you're looking for a late apex there. Bring the car over to the right-hand side and open up. The car can really go wide here, short shift to 5th, and use up all the track on the exit, even on the green and on the curbing. Now flat out again, isn't really a corner, little kink right on the straight. Coming up to Cobbs in 8th gear, flick it down to 7th gear again, kiss the curbing inside and use up all the curbing on the outside possible. Magazine Beckett's famous sequence of corners up to 8th gear. You'll hold it through 8th gear through here, bring the car to the middle of the road, down to 7th gear, through the left, down 1 more gear, through to 6th gear, and you're looking to have all the road on the exit. Be brave with that curbing, the grass is on the outside, ready to bite you. Coming down into Stowe Corner, be looking to brake when the curb starts on the left-hand side or 15-meter board. Now down in the gears, now you're looking to keep a good constant radius speed throughout the corner and invalidate on the corner exit. That's the perfect way to do it. Brake when the curb starts on the right-hand side, down to 3rd gear, up to 4th gear and short shift to 5th if you need it for the final sequence corner. Try and ride that soft curb on the outside, will give you better traction if you can nail it. And that is a lap of Silverstone, what's not particularly on the world record pace.
Well, to do a world record while explaining the lap, I think it's very, very tough. But You explained literally everything, every little bit of the track. So
I didn't explain that. Actually, if I remember correctly, so I've been to Silverstone a lot of times, not really for the race, but just to because I used to actually live there. I used to live in the village. So if I remember correctly, there, if we go down into where Brooklands is, on the outside of Brooklands, there's a fish and chip shop. So that's actually quite a good one. They also sell pizza, but from what I've heard, the pizza is not really that amazing. David, I think pizza in the UK is probably not your thing, right?
I don't, well, to be honest, when we were doing on-site events, I was the one proposing every time to go eat pizza, but the whole team was like, nah, pizza here, no, we're not going to eat. Meanwhile, I was all excited and happy to eat, but
Yeah?
they didn't want, so.
But your favorite pizza is pineapple, right?
Not actually.
So let me just take a look. No, they haven't put it in the game, sadly. So there is, you can see in the game, there's a few markets on the outside, but there's no fish and chip stand. Like in the middle of where the old track was, there's so many restaurants there. So if you go to the Silverstone GP next year, not this year, next year, because this year's already done, I highly recommend going and getting some fish and chips. David,
I will remember.
you're in the hot seat this time.
Yeah, you will comment my lap because you literally explained everything and I cannot say anything more. So
I'll do what, sorry?
you'll comment my lap.
I'm going to
actually.
commentate your lap. Beautiful.
Yes, because you literally explained everything. So
But I can suggest you maybe
maybe I can
will-
do the lap in the rain.
No,
In the
no,
rain?
no.
Ooh.
I will get. I will say this. I will ask for this, but I will take the responsibility. He can speak in Italian. He can. Talk
Wait, I
in
can
Italian.
speak Italian.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
a
he
good
can
idea.
tell.
I
He
speak in
can.
Italian.
Sorry.
Yeah,
he
you know
can
what
talk
words
in
I know in Italian.
so maybe he can
well,
understand
not those
this.
words.
Maybe you can understand better.
To
Maybe I
David,
don't know.
I'm going to leave you, enjoy the pressure, soak up the fish and chips, and enjoy
Alright.
yourself.
But
Thank you.
after you said gelato, I think that he can speak Italian.
Yeah?
Yes,
Gelato,
we can
gelato,
Gelato is good. Actually, it's good.
gelato?
Gelato, yes.
Yeah?
Gelato is ice cream, you know.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
We had plenty of it. It was a good time.
So I'm actually gonna commentate in Italian. The lap.
Yes, like Brandon, but in Italian.
All right.
Yeah, you don't want to learn
I
my
don't
Italian.
remember what you said, Brandon, but I will start on my own.
Enjoy.
Quindi iniziamo il giro, stando più a sinistra possibile. Qui non c'è più la zona di DRS che, se non ricordo male, nel 2019 c'era, me lo ricordo. E flat out qui, quindi giù sempre con l'acceleratore, non si tira su mai. Qui iniziamo a frenare quando inizia il cordolo a sinistra e ovviamente prendiamo l'apex a destra e successivamente anche quello a sinistra. Ovviamente qua è difficile perché nel cambio di direzione il posteriore scoda moltissimo. Il cordolo esterno va sempre usato, non toglie particolarmente trazione, quindi si può andare tranquillamente. Qui freniamo ai 50, è un apex molto diciamo in ritardo, cioè dobbiamo andarlo a chiudere molto in ritardo. Stessa cosa anche qui. E di solito qua si fa quarta marcia, si fa short shift poi in quinta, tutto il tappetino verde a sinistra e qui si taglia il più possibile fino a quasi toccare il muro. Qui come diceva Brandon, ottava marcia, scaliamo in settima, si alza leggermente l'acceleratore, non troppo, specialmente in qualifica perché si va a perdere tanta velocità, e questa invece è tutta una sequenza di curve in cui praticamente se sbagliamo la prima andiamo a sbagliarle tutte praticamente. E si può usare un pelo di erba qua su F1 in uscita perché è considerato un po' come cordolo, quindi non si va a perdere tantissima velocità. Qui si frena di nuovo sul cordolo a sinistra, molto difficile prendere l'apex perché il cordolo è molto scivoloso. E l'ultima chicane, anche qui quarta marcia, si va a toccare un pelo il dissensore rosso, qui assolutamente no perché la macchina si scompone molto, cordolo tutto esterno e si va a chiudere qua tagliando sulla destra.
Oh, he did also the fastest lap.
Oh, and I didn't invalidate.
I heard him say Brendan in the middle of the lap, though.
Yeah, I was explaining when you before was that cops that you go from 8th gear to 7th gear.
Yeah.
So I was just explaining as Brandon said, blah 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 blah.
And you just mashed the steering wheel now.
No, I didn't. But
You just mashed it.
No, I don't. But I can if you want.
No. I don't want. No.
No.
Poor Trustmaster. And well, we were at Silverstone. I remind you that there was a challenge with Charles Leclerc involved and Brandon Lee. So if you want, you can see some shoots now, some video, part of the video now, but you can find in all our socials the full video. So check it out.
So bad with left and right.
That was a beautiful slide. I didn't tell you to go straight, did I?
Nope.
So I guide you, don't worry. I'm the best guide in the world.
Oh.
Right, okay, you're going to have control in 3 seconds, and then you'll be coming up to the final contact. So we turn a little bit left to the 1, now go straight. And it would help if you press the brake so we can slow down, and this is a wall. So now you're reversing.
Oh, yes.
So if we turn more to the left, that was a beautiful slide. Don't worry about the wall. So now turn left 10 degrees, now go straight. Now you're coming up the first compactor corners, turn left by 10 degrees. That's right. I didn't tell you to go straight, did I?
Nope.
Now keep going straight. Now go to the left by 50 degrees. Now you're coming up to the apex of turn 3, turn to the right. So now you're in the wall of turn 3. Congratulations. Now you're coming up left-hander. So do a bit of rallying here. So turn to the left a bit more. Keep committed to the left. You didn't stop, my friend. Right, now in reverse to the left.
All right.
Now,
I'm so bad with left and right.
we're starting to get a flow here.
Yeah.
Right, straight. Perfecto. Now to the left. Now through top corner, fully to the right. Now you're coming to Mags and Beckett. So now to the left, let's slow it down. Oh, you've gone on the
Oh, I lost it.
That You did was Cop's unlucky, corner, to be fair. and now we go straight. some Don't people worry can't about do Cop's checking it. corner. No one's forcing you anyway. Now through the right-hander. You're in 5th gear, fully in the wall. Again.
Why we
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was always
So bad
100%
with left
throttle.
and right.
Yeah, all or nothing. All or nothing.
Nope.
So I guide you, don't worry. I'm the best guide in the
Wait,
world.
is it in the... Ah, okay.
Right, okay, you're going to have
Say a
control
bad word.
in 3 seconds. Yeah, that's just his and then you'll be affection coming for me. up to the final contact. So we turn a little bit left to the 1, now go straight. And it would help if you press the brake so we can slow down. And this is a
Some
wall.
good, very good track.
So that you never know that part of the track.
Yeah, like he went there and I'm like, well, this is a new place for me to be.
Well, I think it is over. So, well, guys, we are on the final part. I want to speak one moment about the livery of the Ferrari F1 75. You know, the 75 years, no, of Scuderia Ferrari, and how do you find the livery of the special livery that was shown on Monza and of course in the EA Formula 1 2022 game?
Love it. Especially the yellow on the rear wing.
The
It's
Giallo Modena. Giallo Modena. Can you
Giallo?
say? Giallo is yellow.
Giallo.
Yeah, Modena.
Giallo Modena.
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 De.
D.
No. Okay. No. Okay. Modena. Okay.
So this is now Italian lessons in the live stream.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, we need to get this right. Tell me again.
No, it's Giallo Modena.
Giallo Modena.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is it perfect?
95%.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. For you?
Well, it's actually very nice looking, especially those little details in the halo. That,
Yeah.
it's the first thing that I noticed, and the writing Ferrari in the rear wing. It's the best part in my opinion. That yellow in the rear part, it's very nice, but the Ferrari writing on the rear wing, it's something else.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Completely agree. But it's always special, no? When you also the helmet were totally yellow.
I want to say something about the helmet. That's right. They're very nice, but they are literally almost identical. So in the race, I couldn't understand who was Charles and who was Carlos
Well,
because
if
they
you
were
don't,
literally identical.
if you may know Carlos as the number 55,
Yeah.
sorry, and Charles the 16.
But in some
Just to
angles,
remind you.
it was impossible to see the number, especially in the onboard. So that's why. So yes, nice, but maybe they had to be a bit more different to each other. My
Just
personal
time.
thought.
He get fired.
Yeah. At the moment, there's some bodyguards behind the camera, and David's about
honestly,
to be...
it's always special when there's a special livery. I mean, for every team, especially, of course, for celebrate 75 years of history is incredible. But
Yes.
what is not more incredible, but what I want to know, and maybe also the viewers want to know, is how did you manage your August full of training, no?
Yeah, my August was sat in a room in 40-degree weather with a fan trying to desperately cool me down. But do you know, it was a fun August, actually, really, because as much as we didn't have AC at that time, so it was sweaty, to put it bluntly. You know, also, for me anyway, I'm doing my passion, I'm doing my dream, so it was a very warm time, but also we need to be grateful for what we have. Even if we didn't have the AC and only had a fan, and in my room was becoming.
You don't have fun.
I have a fan. I have one fan. I brought the person and the fan off Amazon, and that's how I have it.
No, man, mate, you don't have fun.
No,
You didn't understand the joke.
I don't have any fans.
Oh, perfect. I know.
Anyway,
we
back to
have
the point.
the portable AC.
We had the portable AC, yeah, what caused the power cut. So this is actually a funny story from behind the scene. So we didn't have all these AC units in the house last year, but we kept on tripping out the electricity in the house because of the AC. But we actually found out. I brought an English kettle for my English tea, and it was actually every single time I tried to make tea, it would cause overpower, I think is the right word, overpower on the electricity and trip out the whole house. So I had to sacrifice the tea. But no, was like I say, back to my point. We're also grateful for what we can do, because even if it's a warm situation and is not always comfortable, it's not the easiest to sleep in, you know, we have to be very grateful because we still have fresh water to access. We have a roof, we have a bed. Well, at least I hope you guys have a bed. I have a bed.
Oh, yeah.
But you see my point, is even
Yeah,
if it was
absolutely.
not ideal, was not the most comfortable situation, we have to be grateful for what we have.
Yeah, every time. And looking, mate, sorry if I don't answer, don't ask to you the same question, but let's come back one moment on Formula One.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your expectation for Event 1 and your feeling about Event 2?
So event one, my personal goal was to, of course, enter in Q3 because it was my only race, and in the race maybe aim to something like top 5 maximum. I knew I didn't have to pace to fight for P1 of the podium. That was my realistic thought. So I was a bit disappointed in qualifying because, of course, I saw that with the lap times I could have gone through in Q3, but then I managed to pull out a very good race, especially with the strategy. So I think I am happy about how the race went. Didn't match the objective to go through Q3, but I, let's say, managed to at least do something better in the race. And for event 2, like I was saying before, now we'll have a bit more of time to prepare the next races. I have a bit more experience as well in the game because with the, of course, few amount of hours, my fear was in the race because, of course, I don't know the dynamics of a race. You did some championship like PSGL,
Yeah.
and of course racing with other people, especially some of the drivers that are racing in the F1 Esports Championship. Of course, you can understand more when to use the ERS, when to box, and how to fight, where to fight, in which positions
We have
of the track.
I'm sorry, but we have a really good corner coming up now.
No.
So.
Boom.
Boing, boing.
So that was my main fear, but literally it ended up like it was nothing to worry about because the race was the most positive part of the event. So just moving forward, practicing more on qualifying, and now also with the new pedals, let's see how it's going to go. Also, event 2.
You can see me defending like a lion there without half a front wing.
Well, honestly, your defense was really good
Thank you.
because without a front wing, I mean a minor damage, you didn't have a huge damage.
Yes.
You can still turn.
Yeah,
And you
just.
get also a warning for.
Yeah, that was a
that.
funny situation, but we won't go into that.
Yes, no. About this, well, imagine to stay also in the DRS train for
Yeah.
many laps.
Yeah, I mean,
I suggested you during the race to pit as soon as possible. No.
Yeah.
Because of course the race was over. You also knew it, no? We don't have the safety car, but we could have maybe the red flag for some technical issues, etc. But you still managed to stay there. I mean,
Yeah.
you was really helpful to David.
I try my best, and I'm expecting fish and chips in return.
There is no in Maranello besides that
Yeah, no,
restaurant
at
that is not
Silverstone,
good.
yes, you can go.
Yeah, we
at
go to Silverstone, no problem.
Silverstone, yes.
Problem. We go tomorrow.
No, tomorrow no, but
No,
deal when we
need
go.
to train, mate, tomorrow.
My God, there's fish and chips, and we need to train. Nah, get out of here.
And another question is, which is the driver that is you have more fear?
None.
I know already the answer. I don't fear anyone. I'm the only one. God bless.
Still I rise.
Nah, tell me.
No, I mean, everyone is exceptionally fast in this grid, and of course, there's people coming through the ranks like Thomas Ronhart, like, wow, what a talent,
Okay.
like he is. Of course, I have respect to every single driver, so I don't really have a target driver that I see as like the most respected or the least respected.
Okay.
Ultimately, I'm out there to do my best job possible, and going around thinking a tracker, I respect this driver more or less, is not productive to my ability to do my job the best way possible.
For you, David?
This is a tricky question, you know, because a driver that you fear, it has to be when you're fighting for the title. So in this case, like in my experience, for example, in 2019 when I was fighting against Freddy,
Yeah.
of course that was the driver that I was fearing the most because I knew that he was extremely fast and I knew that I was fighting for the championship against him. So of course, in this kind of situation, you don't have a driver that you fear. You just race, try to get as much points as possible. Then maybe during the race, depending on the situation, you can fear someone or someone else. But that depends, of course, on the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys definitely said everything correct, especially the respect.
Yeah.
You need to respect any drivers in the grid, any other team. You need to be really respectful. This is, I think, the perfect end that we can.
And they lived happily ever after.
Huh?
And they lived happier ever after.
And eat some fish and chips.
Exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. Okay. It was really a pleasure to stay with you as always, behind and now really.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Behind.
No behind, but near.
In front
Yeah.
of the
In
scene.
front. No, I'm really happy to be here, and I hope that you enjoyed this show, this overlaps episode.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed the company. I enjoyed David saying that I smell bad.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't
It's
say
your
anything.
words.
The
say-
impression was
No,
there.
I was listening this when you
Possible.
were off camera.
No,
yes,
impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
No, because we splashed the microphone in the ground and then we...
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's-
There's no trace, you know. We're no snitches around here.
The next episode will be on the 3rd of October, so make sure that you can turn on the notification here on Twitch for the Ferrari Esports channel, and see you next. Ciao!
Ciao.